Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jean and I'm doing a yarn comparison video in terms of its texture, weight and stretchability. These are some of the yarn I have in hand and they are commonly seen in making bags. So let's begin with the cotton yarn. I have the 5-ply and the 4-ply version in hand. These are actually a combination yarn, so it's a mixture of cotton and other materials. The texture is very similar to acrylic yarn. They are all crochet in the same amount of stitches, just in different sizes of crochet hook. But you can see for this one, it's in 4mm hook and there is a slight difference in the sizes. The yellow version, which is the 5-ply one, is slightly bigger and also slightly thicker than the 4-ply version, which is in white color. In terms of texture, they are both slightly stretchable, and for this kind of yarn, it's actually more commonly seen in making plushies, and I know some use this to make bags or even granny squares because it comes with multiple colors and you can use this to make blanket as it's soft. But if you're using this to make bag, it actually does deform, like if you're putting heavy stuff in it. Next, we have the hollow cotton yarn. So they are hollow in the center, and I have the 2mm and the 1mm version. So if we take a close look, you can see that it's like, I'm not sure how do I describe this, it's like this yarn that is like this thread that's threaded around. Okay, maybe this one is clearer. So you can see that the center is hollow and it's using like some kind of threading methods that the yarn is like this one round tube shape. This type of yarn is best used for bag making. They are stiffer, so they keep the bag in shape, and they are also light in weight, almost non-stretchable. So even if you put heavy stuff, it doesn't really deform that much as compared to the cotton yarn that we talked about previously. So the one that I have on my left hand and my right hand are both 2mm hollow cotton yarn, but you can see that they have a very different texture. So even if they are using the same technology, actually different manufacturer will have a different texture for their yarn. The one that I have on my left hand is slightly softer as compared to the one that I have on my right hand, although they are both 2mm, and you can see that the thickness, the top one which is the thickest, and then we have the second one which is thinner, and the last one is actually a 1mm one, so it's the thinnest. So if you want a very refined finishing, then you may wish to choose a thinner yarn to work with. Next, we have the t-shirt yarn. I guess this is most commonly seen in making bags. They are thick in size, chunky, stretchy, and also a little bit heavy in weight as compared to the previous yarn that I have talked about. Texture wise, it's just like your usual cotton t-shirt. Next, we have the 2mm cotton yarn. They are made up of this small little thread, as you can see here. This can also be a macrame rope. So there are 3mm and 4mm version as well. The one that I have here is a 2mm version. It's not really stretchable and it does keep in shape, so you can use this to make bags. But it can be a little bit heavy if you are using this to make a big bag. Lastly, we have the paper raffia yarn. This is the lightest in weight as compared to all the yarn that I have talked about today, but it's made of paper, so it's not recommended to wash it. You can use this to make bags or hat because it's lightweight. It gives a really island style, but I feel that paper yarn or like paper raffia yarn, it's a little bit difficult to work with. So if you're a beginner, I personally do not recommend to start with paper raffia yarn. Alright, so I have run through all 8 types of yarn that I have tried before and what are their texture like. So there are many types of yarn in the market, and I'm just like running through some that I have already tried. And in conclusion, I think if you are new to crocheting, the best to start with is actually cotton yarn or acrylic yarn. You should be able to find them in your local craft store, and the thicker the version of the yarn also mean that you need a bigger crochet hook, also mean that the end work will be chunkier because it's thicker. Alright, you can see from the side view like different kind of yarn and the sizes. The biggest will be the t-shirt yarn, and then after that will be the cotton yarn, we have the raffia yarn, and then the 2mm hollow yarn, and then the 5-ply cotton yarn, 4-ply cotton yarn. Lastly is the 1mm hollow yarn, which is the smallest in size and the most refined. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video is helpful. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!